Morning all. Right, it's Thursday the 23rd of May. And if you're living in the UK, it's EU election day. I don't really want to get bogged down in the politics of Brexit. Anybody that follows any of my other channels knows how I feel about it. Like anybody with one eye and half a brain that isn't a millionaire, I'm against it. So yeah, it was interesting to go and vote. There's not really any excuse you can have for not voting, primarily because the polling station was in my road. It's like at the end of my street. So went along and voted. Interestingly enough, some of you out there may have heard of a chap called Tommy Robinson, who was actually on the ballot for my area. It's interesting how fascism is always the result of fear. That's why, hence the whole... It's like, the Empire in Star Wars. People get worried about something that they think is too big for them, and they end up surrendering all sovereignty to an outside force. And an outside force that is yattering on about sovereignty. Have an imagined border drawn. Horrific stuff. What an absolute waste of energy. And also the people in charge can get a little hit of oxytocin, and also the people that are following get a hit of oxytocin, so they feel like they belong. It's the best we can do as a species. That wasn't the point I was going to make anyway. If your ideology is based on disliking or fearing someone, you need to figure that shit out. Okay? Your ideology is based on fear, then it's bullshit. Scrap it. So, yes, back along the river. The point I really wanted to make was, this is one of those things of civic responsibility. Not who you vote for, but that you vote. Apparently the turnout for the European elections has been very low so far today, according to the lovely people that were manning the voting booth. And if they ever watch this, I did appreciate it, because they're all volunteers. It's not like they get local council members to sit in, or they don't have council employees, and it's a long day. They had to arrive and set up at 5 in the morning, and they won't be gone till gone midnight. A long day. So yeah, voting, I think, like belonging to your local library and picking up the odd bit of litter, is just a matter of civic responsibility. That's your responsibility to the people in the community where you live. So vote, join the library. Even if you never draw out a book, you make it incrementally harder for elections and libraries and things like that you make it harder for a local government in a budget cut to remove them. You're another user of that facility, and whether you use it or not, if you're registered, they can use that. They can just use the data. It doesn't hurt. Also, most modern libraries, if your internet goes out, if you're already a library member, you can use the internet for free. If you're in the area and you want to check your email, if you want to see if there are any reference books, they're good places for book sales. Community events occur there. Do it. Get down to the library. And voting, I think unless there are extraneous circumstances, given that the times that the polling booths are open in the UK, I don't know about elsewhere, but they're designed to be open all the time, no matter how busy you are. They're designed to be open at some point, so somebody working a 12-hour shift can vote, so somebody wanting to do all sorts of other stuff or is busy that day can vote. You can vote by post. They really do make it as absolutely as easy as possible. It takes a minute. It took me 3 minutes to walk there, walk back and cast my vote and be found on the electoral register. You know, so yeah, you should vote. Everybody should. Everybody should be a member of the local library. Everybody should try and pick up a little trash. Everybody should endeavour, you know, to join the local library. You should be part of your community. Otherwise, what business have you got trying to be a hero? These things take 10 minutes. You know, I'd rather you scuppered a daily walk and instead walked to your local library and signed up. Had a look around. Is there a community notice board? Can you help? Do you have the time to assist your community? You know, these are all pretty important things. I'm not even going to try and climb up there. But yeah. It's very much a case of participate, or that chance for participation may not be there. You know, I mean, if you're in America, you've got like all sorts of levels of county law and state law and stuff to be part of. This is where I find it amazing that we, in the West, we sort of abandon our older people. We abandon our elders. Once I'm done with this army fitness thing in a couple of months, the next thing I want to move on to is seeing what there is for volunteer work with the elderly. You know, I think that we scrap our old people in the West, and I think it's a waste. It's a waste of all that information and knowledge. It's probably why we have to, you know, we have to learn these lessons again and again and again, which has got to help people that want to manipulate us. But if we knew these, you know, if we understood, and by the time we were 21, we knew certain things to be truths, then the planet wouldn't be in such a terrible, terrible place. As far as pollution, as far as being horrible to each other, as far as wars go. But yeah, that's my 2p for today. Let's get some civic responsibility going in the League of Heroes. And I do believe it is going to be a large number of people at some point. I mean, there are 16 subscribers. People are finding this all the time. 400 views, 3,000 minutes of watch time. So thank you all for watching all the videos all the way to the end. But yeah, there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot of people that are just going to think, right, this is a non-hierarchical system. I am a hero. I am capable of overcoming my resistance to discomfort. And that's all it is. Can you put up with discomfort? And not in a, well, if I really needed to. Can you do it at will? Can you do it? You know, prove it. Start exercising. Start eating right. Start thinking. That's all we need off you now. That's all the planet needs right now, and that will put you're essentially, you know, Nietzschean Superman if you can do that, compared to your to the people that you share a planet with, because they're being, you know, encouraged not to do those things. They're encouraged into a world of convenience, where if you want to keep up the convenience, you know, you've got to surrender some civil rights if you want that convenience. So, you can have comfort or freedom, said the man. Pick one. Because, you know, people never become more free. Governments do not like people being more free in successive generations. So yeah, it's up to you. Always is. Comfort or freedom. cage or a forest. Pick one. And that's where I'm going to leave it today. I'm going to ask you to watch this to the end. Watch all the videos to the end. Put in a like and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Helps the YouTube algorithm. Gets all this actually useful information, and there ain't a lot of it. If you don't want to watch all the videos, that's cool if you haven't got time. What I would say is watch all the podcasts, because that's where we're distilling down all the information that we have. Because I think it's important. And I'm here doing it so you can see someone doing it. Until I die, or you find someone better. Thanks for watching, and do take care.